Assalamu alaikum. So we will start our new lesson, lesson 8, heat and light. Reading. Heat and light are forms of energy. Light is visible to us. We can feel heat. When we talk about the sources of heat and light, it means objects that can produce heat and light. Objects give off energy in the form of heat and light. Explanation. So, what is heat and what is light? They both are the forms of energy. We can only feel the heat, such as heat of the fire, heat of any bulb. We can feel them. The heat of sun, we feel them. But sun is the source that also gives us light. And light is only visible to us. We can see the light, but we cannot see the heat. So, in this unit, we will read about the sources of heat and light. Light, from where we get the heat and light, and what things will give us heat and light. Natural sources. Reading. Sources that produce light naturally are called natural sources. The sun is the largest natural source of heat and light. We are able to see things clearly in sunlight. Other natural sources of light are stars, fire, and lightning. Some animals also produce their own light, such as firefly and a jellyfish. Explanation. We have the sources of heat and light, and it may be natural or man-made. So first we will read about the natural sources of heat and light. What are these natural sources? Natural sources are those sources from where we can get heat and light naturally. It is given to us by the God. There is no human efforts in it. And what is the example of natural sources? The sun is the biggest example and biggest natural source of heat and light. It will give us heat as well as light. We can see different things clearly in the sunlight, as it is the largest source of light, and also it keep us warm. Why? Because it is the largest source of heat as well. Other natural sources of heat and light are stars, fire, and lightning. Do you know there are some animals that also produces light? As you have seen the firefly, it has light. And the fish that lives in the sea called jellyfish also produce light. They all are the natural sources of light. Man-made sources. Reading. These are the sources made by man. At our home and school, we obtain light and heat from many man-made sources. Light bulb, candle, flashlight. Explanation. So, same as the natural sources, we also have man-made sources. Now, what are these man-made sources? These are the sources that are made by man, or these are the sources that are produced by man. For example, light bulb. This is the source of light and it is produced by the man. Candle, torches, these all are the sources of light, and it is man-made source because it is made by the man. We have different man-made sources in our school, our home, etc. Why they are man-made source and what is the need of these man-made source? In the morning we have sunlight which is sufficient for us. But in the evening time, when there is no sun, what we do, we uses these man-made sources to have a light. So man-made sources are very important. How heat is produced. Reading, we can produce heat by the following ways. Rubbing. During winters, when we feel cold, why do we rub our hands together? Rubbing our hands together produces heat and makes our hand warm. Thus, heat can be produced by rubbing objects together. Today, I found out in the past, people would rub stones together to produce heat. Continuous rubbing results in the production of a spark. Burning. Burning is another way of producing heat. For example, we feel heat when we go near burning a piece of paper or wood. Explanation. We can produce heat in different ways. And what are these two ways? It is rubbing and burning. If you see in the cold, you will rub your hands. What happens? Your hands get warm. This is due to the rubbing. In the past, what happened? People used to rub the stones, and due to this continuous rubbing, spark is produced. So, rubbing is a way through which heat is produced. Also, another form of producing heat is burning. Burning is very helpful for us as burning gives us fire, light, heat as well. And with this fire, we can also cook our food. We use it as a source of light, and we can use it different purposes. And burning is the way in which what we do, we go near a burning place and gets the heat. We can get burning by burning a paper, burning a wood. These are the sources that are used as burning. Uses of heat and light. Reading, heat. Heat and sunlight have so many uses. Heat keeps our earth warm. Sunlight is essential for plant growth. We dry our clothes in sunlight. We use heat to cook food. It keeps us warm. Light. Uses of light are as follows. Plants are unable to grow in the dark. Sunlight helps them to make their food. We are able to do our daily tasks in sunlight, for example, playing, going to school, etc. Different colored lights are used for various purposes. Example in traffic signals and lighthouses. Man-made sources of light, i.e. torches, bulbs, lamps, etc. help us to light our homes, schools, offices, etc. Explanation. Yes, heat and light are very important for our lives because they are very useful. We can use them for various purposes. As for heat, heat is used for our clothes because they help us to dry our clothes. Sunlight is also very important for the growth of the plants. As you know, sunlight is the food for the plant. If there is no sunlight, if there is no heat, how can a plant will grow? And if there are no plants, how can a human will survive? Because plants give us oxygen gas to us. So sunlight is very important for us. Also, heat keeps us warm. Heat keeps our earth warm in the cold weather. We also use heat to cook the food and it keeps us warm. So, heat is very important for us. Another thing is light. Light is very important for us as we get the light from the sunlight, which is very important for both the plants, animals, and humans. Also, we use light for performing different routine activities such as playing, reading, walking, cooking. For all those activities, we need light. There are also artificial sources or man-made sources of the light as well, such as if you see the traffic light. These are the lights that are located on the road, and these are the lights that are used to control the traffic. So we can use light for different purposes, such as lighthouses, also torches, bulb, lamps, etc. They are also present in our homes, schools, and they are very useful for us in the evening time when there is no sunlight. So we need them. Okay. Effect of distance on heat and light. Reading, we feel more heat and light near its source. Look at the picture on the right. Which girl will receive more light? Certainly, the girl nearest to the lamp will receive more light than the others. Similarly, the cat who is nearer to the fireplace will get more heat than the other. Explanation. There is a huge effect of distance on the heat as well as on the light. For example, if we are near to the light source or near to the heat source, we will receive more light and we will receive more heat. Such as shown in the picture, the girl nearest to the lamp has received more light than the other children. And in the next picture, if you see the cat, there are two cats. The one cat is sitting near the fireplace, another is sitting on the table. But the cat which is sitting near the fireplace receives more heat than another one. So, distance of heat and light is very important.